Next guest is a rugby player heading to the Paris Olympics to represent Ireland this summer, but he only picked up a rugby ball when he was 19 years old. He's here tonight to tell us how his traumatic childhood has helped him inspire a brand new generation for the future. Would you please welcome Jordan Conroy? Welcome to the show, fella. How you doing?
Good, doing very good.
And congratulations on the new series, Man Up, which I know is about you working with young people to work through the challenges that they have in their lives now.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't know, though, is some of the challenges that you have come through to get to this point.
Yeah, it's surprising to a lot of people to see where I am now, to the past I've had. Kind of growing up in Germany, it was a very dark and traumatic time because me and my mum and sister had to kind of go through long years of domestic abuse. So like at a very young age, it was very tough to see kind of your mum being beaten down by a man, and you're supposed to be, you know, the man of the house and try and protect her. And you couldn't.
So this was your stepfather, wasn't it?
Yeah, my stepdad, which would be my sister's dad, and it went on for years. And it's just kind of, you know, talking about it again, just kind of brings back all the memories. And I think it's a good thing because I can kind of, you know, I'm even like scared now talking about it, but I just want to show like young men out there and even men my age that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to kind of let these emotions out and everything.
You know, you say it's okay to be scared, but you were just a little boy. I mean, what age were you when this started?
6 or 7, and I think at that age you don't really comprehend what's happening. And
when did you realise that you know, this was wrong?
When my mother was crying. You know, my mother was crying, and you know, she told me just to run and get help, and that's all I ever could do was just run and get help, and all I ever wanted to do was just, you know, protect her, and I couldn't do it, and it was tough, but you know, that's what we had to do to survive, and that's what we did. We just survived. We survived, and you know, until we could get out, you know, from that torture. And you know, I did everything I could do, and she did everything we could do, but you know, we rode the storm, and we finally got out of that situation.
Just listening to you now, and you're talking about we did everything that we could do. You were 7. Yeah. To kind of be the man in the house for your mum, I'm sure you were leaning on each other.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, you were taking on a role that no child should have to take on. You were trying to distract this abuse and help your mum.
I guess I didn't know any better, because when I got that title, you know, it made me feel good, you know, being, you know, Mammy's little helper. But as I said, that was my responsibility at the time, and so that's what I had to do. And yeah, I suppose when you're 7, going on 8, I just didn't know any different. And you know, thinking back of it now, it's just like, that's hell. And it did mess up my childhood a little bit, you know. Kind of saw how it affected me. I started taking it out a lot, you know, on my classmates, and became very violent very quickly. And it was just a natural, you know, reaction to it. And I think when my mum saw that, how it was affecting me, and even times when I got hit as well, you know, she knew it was time to go, because her priority...
So it wasn't just your mum,
no,
it was you as well?
Me too. Yeah, it was me too, because I hated him. I hated him with a passion, because I saw what he's doing, and, you know, I shouldn't have so much hatred as a kid towards a person. And sometimes I did try to fight back, but it wasn't any good. So yeah, it was tough.
And it all came to a head one night, didn't it? And this was the point where...
This is finally like the breaking point, as I like to call it, where, you know, we finally were able to prove what he was doing to her. Because I just remember waking up here in Aiguen, and I just knew the minute I got that sinking feeling in my stomach that, oh, it's happening again. So I kind of went to the door and I looked through the creek, and he was drunk, and me and my mum made eye contact to say, when I say get ready to go. And she just held him because he saw me, and I just ran upstairs and called the police, and all I could hear was her just screaming, shouting, and I just got the neighbours to call the police. And I remember just coming down afterwards, just seeing her in a white t-shirt all bloodied up, and it was at that time that we could press charges finally. But, you know, she didn't want to press charges if it meant she could take me and my sister away back to Ireland and get away from it, and that's what happened, you know, or else he would have went to prison. And yeah, that's how we got away.
And so that was the reason that you ended up back in Ireland?
Yeah, I lied when people asked me why I returned. So I said, oh, to be closer to family, and, you know, we've more family here. Nah, I was to run away from him.
So your mum, she was from Ireland, and she was your rock at that time. But whenever you guys came home, trying to fit in, I mean, that mustn't have been easy either.
No, because I think what we had was 2 suitcases from Germany. We brought it over, and we lived in my auntie's spare room for like 3 months. And then, you know, slowly but surely, you know, she got a job and we got on our feet. And, you know, as time went on, we kind of integrated into the Irish life, which...
How difficult was that?
Well, I had English, so it wasn't a language barrier. It was nerve-wracking. I remember my first day in school, you know, I was terrified. Like, I just remember holding on really tight to my bag and just getting to know 30 new kids. And I remember I just walked in and just went to the back of the classroom and just, you know, kept quiet. But, you know, with the Irish people, were so friendly that, you know, all the lads started chatting to me, and it's like, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm German. He's like, oh, will you teach me German? Will you teach me bad words? And all I ever did was just curse at the lads in German, and they'd just bring it back to me. And, you know, that really put me at ease. And I got to know them as time went on. And yeah, it was really like heaven for me.
But at the same time, you were still carrying that trauma and that pain into your teenage years, which... Yeah, you know, I'm sure.
The funny thing is, I think me and my mum decided to... I don't know how we did it. I really don't. Just when we came to Ireland, we just decided to forget about it like it never happened. And I don't know how we did it. It was only now that I started opening up about it, the pain comes. Because I just realized as an adult, like, God, how can a person, you know, go through that and be able to take care of 2 kids and protect them at the same time? I feel the pain now because, yeah... In the beginning, I cried a lot as well because, like, it's just you just think of your mum, and I felt sorry for her in a way.
You're saying you're thinking of your mum. I mean, my 2 boys are 6 and 8.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking how hard that was for you. Like, why have you chosen now to talk about this? Because there's going to be so many people that are going to be inspired by this story. Why now?
I think I'm ready now as well, and where I've gotten in life to, you know, to show people where I've come from to where I am now, to be able to, like, say that I'm a double Olympian, hopefully, and be able to represent my country in Irish Rugby Sevens, to have a brand new, fresh start. It's just to kind of show that even, you know, the kids out there, the teenagers as well, that, you know, just because, you know, what has happened to you at an early age doesn't define who you are going to be in the future. And I just want to show them that, you know, you can do it. I did it. Obviously, I had a very good, you know, parent to be able to do that. But I want to kind of show young men especially, like, you know, that is not the end. And there's always, you know, a bright future there for you, no matter how dark your times are. And, you know, yeah, I'm still learning how to do it. Still learning how to do it.
What you're talking about there is at the heart of this show, you know, where you're working with other kids and trying to inspire them with some of the difficulties that they're going through, young boys especially. When you're looking at those young boys, are you seeing some of the stuff that
some of it, and some of the characters as well, because we, as men as well, and young boys, we sometimes just hide it very well. We don't know how to, you know, handle our emotions if we're not taught. And sometimes when I heard their stories and how they've dealt with it, I'm just like, you know, I wish I was there to be able to tell you earlier. So you know, this is what I kind of take up upon myself for the future times as well, to be able to show them how to be able to deal with their emotions as well, and to teach and be a guidance as well, because obviously I didn't really have no offense to my mum, I didn't have a lot of guidance throughout my teenage years from a male perspective. And I think it's such a crucial time for young males to be...
It's a very important thing, isn't it?
It's so important to be able to help with the confusion, to realise what's going on in your brain, what's happening, to be able to, to say it's okay, this is natural, but this is how you work through it. Because if you don't, then you see, the men of today not being able to regulate how they feel and be able to express their emotions. And this is where I think this toxic masculinity kind of stems from not being taught at such a young age that, these are how, you deal with things.
I mean, everybody needs a role model. Everybody needs an example out there of the right way to do it. I'm looking at you, and what you are saying here tonight is so important for so many kids. On behalf of everybody, I just want to thank you for being so honest and open with me tonight, Jordan. It's been fantastic. It really has. Before we let you go, we got to talk Olympics.
Yeah.
We got to talk the Olympics in Paris.
Yeah.
Last time round, it didn't quite work out, but the European Championships did.
Yeah, it did. It's very exciting. We actually kind of get a good run at the Olympics because back in Tokyo 2020, we qualified 3 weeks before the actual Olympics started in COVID, and we literally had 2 days to celebrate, and then we had to go train again to try and win the gold. And going through COVID and everything in Japan was a nightmare. And this time, being in Paris and everything open again, we get to have the family. We get to actually enjoy and make proper memories. So it's very exciting times ahead. And, we're really looking forward to it because, it might be the last hurrah, who knows. But, it's important that me and the lads make the most out of this and have happy memories to kind of look back on in 20, 30 years when we tell our kids. I was like, oh, he's at the Olympics, So, it's exciting and, a lot to look forward to.
It is a lot to look forward to. And on behalf of everybody watching tonight, we hope that the words Irish rugby and Paris this time around end with a different result. And we really hope you can bring the gold home. Give it up one more time for Jordan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well done.